Hi, it's Caitlin from Really Big Plant. Thank you so much for joining me. I ordered a ton of plants from Gabriella Plants. Gabriella Plants is one of my favorite online plant retailers. They just have like a great selection. Their prices are really awesome. And drum roll please, I'm so excited to tell you guys that I now have a discount code with them that gives you 15% off any sized order at any time. It's just Really Big Plant, all one word. Enter that in at checkout and you'll get 15% off. Thank you so much to everyone who placed an order after my last Gabriella Plants unboxing video or checked out their website and linked through from my video, because Gabriella Plants and I decided to collaborate. I actually earn commissions too when you guys use my code at no additional expense to yourself, plus you get the coupon. So yeah, I'm really excited to be doing this. So let's open them up. I'm gonna put this one box down. Let's do it!
Really Big Plant.
All right. Yay, I love how Gabriella Plants does this little smile, your plants arrived. These little stickers on the inside of the box, it's so cute. Just a cute little touch. With instructions on what to do with your plants when they arrive and how to like open a claim if there's an issue. And thank you to Amanda for packing my box of plants. Hooray! Okay, so first of all, look at this. Do you see how awesome this packaging is? Like, Gabriella Plants does this thing where they put each individual plant in its own little tube, and then the tube fits perfectly inside the box. There's something so satisfying about receiving a package and having it be perfectly packed. Okay, so I ordered 6 plants from the same genus, and 5 of them are actually the same species but different varieties. So we're gonna open those all up first. So I'm gonna just take them out. Okay, this is the one different one. You're never gonna guess what these are. They're so common. They're extremely common. That you're gonna be shocked with how not rare these plants are. Okay, exciting. Whew. Right, let's see. Ta-da! A spider plant. So this is a spider plant. Chlorophytum comosum is the scientific name, and Chlorophytum comosum, that name means tufted green plant. The genus name breaks down into chloro and phytum. Chloro meaning like chlorophyll or green, and phytum meaning plant or like leaf. Chlorophytum, green plant, and comosum means tufted. So this is a tufted green plant. It has a pretty basic name for a kind of basic plant, but I honestly think that spider plants are really underrated because they are just really easy growers and they are very inexpensive and so easy to enjoy that I wanted to just order a whole bunch of these, and this plant arrived beautifully. So chlorophytum have these very juicy, beautiful, long, strappy leaves, but their juiciness means that they're kind of fragile, and if you bend them a little bit too hard, they crease very easily, and then that crease never comes out and the leaf is like floppy forever. These plants can maintain leaves that have little broken parts. It makes it a little bit difficult to ship them. I realized after I placed this order that I gave Gabriella Plants a really difficult task of sending me a whole bunch of spider plants, because these are plants that if you order these in the mail, you should expect them to be a little bit crushed up. This is in way better condition than I was expecting it to be, honestly, probably because of the way Gabriella Plants packages their plants. So this spider plant is a Chlorophytum comosum vittatum is the name of the variety, and it is like the most standard spider plant that you find in the United States here. It's got the variegation in the center of the leaf, like stripes of white with a prominent one down the middle, and green edges. Got these gracefully curving leaves, and yeah, I just love spider plants. Wow, Gabriella Plants packaging. They rubber band cotton over the top of the soil, which keeps it intact. And it's all just so nicely done. They've got the whole plant in like a little bag. It's awesome. Wow. Another beautiful one. Dang, none of these leaves are even creased. Thank you, Gabriella Plants. This is beautiful. So this is Chlorophytum comosum variegatum is the variety name, and it's got a little white margin on the edge of all of the leaves. Whew, this is beautiful. I can tell already. Wow. So this variety is the Chlorophytum comosum Hawaiian, and it has a light green variegation. Like the stripe down the middle is a lighter green or a kind of yellow color. I'm gonna go give this a drink of water because this plant is really, really thirsty. And I was just telling you that thing about how once the leaves bend, they never come back. So I wanna water it so that these leaves don't bend permanently. I'm just gonna go pop this in the sink in my bathroom. It's always better for a plant to arrive thirsty than overly saturated because that usually leads to root rot. Most plants can handle a little bit of dehydration, especially if they're inside of a box where there's humidity and it's dark, so they're not being taxed with the effort of trying to photosynthesize at a time when they don't have water. So yeah, too dry is always better than too wet, but I did want to get that in the sink because the leaves were very floppy and it was packaged so beautifully. I didn't want them to develop any crimps in the leaves. So, okay, onwards. All right. Yay, look at this little cutie. This is the Chlorophytum comosum Bonnie. The Bonnie variety is curly. The Bonnie variety has these curly leaves and it's super cute, especially once it starts to produce pups. Spider plants grow this like long flower stalk that hangs down and produces little plants all along it. And when the Bonnie starts to grow in the little plantlets, they're all like curled up little plant balls dangling from the mother plant ball. It's super cute. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited to start one of these because I actually don't have a Bonnie. Super cute. Think the other one is ready yet? I'm gonna go get it. Lay the baby on its side while it rehydrates. This one. Okay, this is a special variety and I have never seen one of these. So I'm super excited about this one. It was a little bit more expensive because this one is a variety that was created in-house at Gabriella Plants. Woo! And looks like a variety that I have never seen before in person. So let's see. Oh, it's beautiful. Wow, look at this. This also needs some water. So I'm gonna do that in a second. But this variety is called Chlorophytum comosum Steve, named after Steve, one of the employees at Gabriella Plants, who created this variety from sports found in the Gabriella plant greenhouses. And what that means is basically Steve noticed some different looking spider plants and propagated them selectively until there were enough successive generations of consistent plants looking different enough from other plants to merit it being a different variety. So this variety is certainly different than the other types of spider plants that we have here. So on the Gabriella Plants website, they say that this variety has slightly thicker leaves, is maybe a little bit more fragile than even the normal spider plants, and has a very, very faint stripe. It's barely present down the center. All green spider plants are surprisingly hard to find. I don't think I've ever actually seen solid green spider plants for sale in any big box stores or anything like that. Apparently they used to be more popular in like the 70s. I would love to hear from you if solid green spider plants are a thing that you've seen available for sale around you and where you are that you've seen those, because I've actually never seen them for sale. In all of the plant shops I've worked in, I've never seen solid green spider plant. So yes, I love this Chlorophytum comosum Steve, and look at how full this plant is. This is amazing. So this was like twice the price of the other ones, but totally worth it in my opinion. And then this one is really special. This is another Chlorophytum, but it is a different species. Whoa, this is so big. Oh my gosh, this is so much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Wow. Okay. Gently, gently. This is so amazing. Do you see this plant? Okay. Let me take a second to admire it. Wow, so this is a Chlorophytum fire flash. I believe that the species is like Orchidastrum or something like that. But this is, believe it or not, it's very closely related to your typical spider plant. These leaves are so huge and beautiful, and they have this bright orange stripe down the center, and the stems are bright orange. It's just an amazing tropical looking plant. So yeah, I'm really excited to have these. So I basically have like every type of spider plant here that is commonly available, plus this specially grown one from Gabriella Plants. So going down the line, I've got the Chlorophytum comosum Hawaiian, which is the one with the green on yellow variegation, the Chlorophytum comosum Bonnie, which has curly green leaves, and then the Chlorophytum comosum vittatum, which is like the standard, typical, most normal spider plant that you find in most places. And this is the Chlorophytum comosum variegatum, which is the reverse variegated, white on the margins, and the Chlorophytum comosum Steve, which is a variety grown by Gabriella Plants. The label that they included with it actually says Chlorophytum comosum Green Bonnie, because it's got these curly leaves, so it might be an already named variety, essentially, that they recreated in their greenhouse. Although, interesting thing about spider plants, the entire genus that they belong... Okay, wait. I gotta keep going. Maybe I'm gonna make a whole spider plant video. And then we've got the Chlorophytum Fire Flash, which is clearly a little bit more distantly related to all of these other varieties, which are the same species. This one is a different species, but it is so beautiful and has similar care requirements to the other types of spider plants. And then, bonus, the awesome thing about all these plants are as they start to get more mature, they produce lots and lots of additional plantlets that are very easy to propagate and grow into more plants. So actually, you know what? I'm not sure if this one does that. I don't really know how this one grows. So I'm really excited to grow it and see what happens. An awesome job, Amanda, for packaging these, because I know that spider plants are not easy to package. They look great. They're in great shape. Oh, so cute. Okay, look at how cute this is. This plant, oh, and the leaves, like the texture of them, I guess it's not like fuzzy or anything, but it's like soft, like kind of like satiny. Okay, this is a Apobolus acuminatissima Lavalier. Lavalier. Apobolus acuminissima. Apobolus acuminatissima Lavalier. I've never actually said this plant's name out loud before. Anyway, the common name for this one is the Apobolus purple sword, I believe. These are a type of Aroid plant, and they, for some reason, just never really got as popular as other types of like philodendrons and stuff. It's closely related to like spathiphyllum, like peace lilies, or homalaminas, which is another mildly popular genus of aroids. This is a beautiful plant. It's got these dark leaves with purple backings and these silver markings. I think that it's like just really nice. It's got a very kind of muted look to its greens. The care of this is very similar to like a peace lily. They don't really like to dry out. I've seen them around here at stores, and I've never purchased one before. So yeah, I'm really excited to add this to my collection and try it out and see how this plant goes. Okay, this next plant is the specialist plant in my order. And by specialist, I mean it's like quantifiably the most special plant out of all of the plants that I've ordered in this. This is a Micromolaria vietnamensis. Wow. This is so stunningly beautiful. I can't believe how beautiful this plant is. It's way better than I thought it was going to be. Wow, this is really amazing. This genus and species, Micromolaria vietnamensis, it is the sole species that is the only member of its genus. So that would be like, for example, random example that's not true, if Monstera deliciosa was the only type of Monstera. So this plant belongs to the Gesneriad family, which is the same family that African violets belong to. So it looks very similar to an African violet, and it has similar growth habits and grows flowers similarly and is generally talked about as if it was an African violet when people talk about its care. So that is what I'm expecting. I have had some pretty good luck with some of my African violets. I am really excited to try this one out. It grows a really beautiful purple flower. If you've been watching my channel, you know me, I love purple. And so I'm really excited to see if this one can flower for me. I hope that I can keep it alive and that it will grow a flower for me someday. This box has all of the fancy philodendrons. Woo! Yay, this is so beautiful. Okay, this is a ficus deltoidea. I had a ficus deltoidea until very recently, and it unfortunately died because one of my windows in my bedroom must have like jostled open a little bit and I didn't notice. It was open like so little. Two plants that were closest to the tiny crack in the window died when it got really cold at night, and I discovered that the window had a tiny crack where like a tiny stream of freezing cold air was like blasting into my house, right onto my last ficus deltoidea. It's got these deltoid, as in triangular shaped leaves. This is a really fun plant because there's a lot of variety in the way that the leaves can look. Sometimes they come out round, sometimes they come out very triangular, sometimes they can be oblong. It's just a kind of fun plant that's got a lot of surprises. So this is also known as the mistletoe ficus, and it's got these yellow backsides. I think this is a different variety than the one I had because the one I had before was not so yellow on the back. I'm really excited to add this little guy into my collection after I lost my last one. So, but yeah, look at how cool this is. The yellow on one side and the green on the other, so striking. Okay, ficus deltoidea, welcome. This is so cute and little. Okay. Ooh, we're in moss. Ah, it's so cute. Wow. Look at how cute this is. Ah. Okay. This is a Myrmecodia beccarii. It is a type of ant plant. So this is an ant plant, so named because once this plant matures, this base here grows into a huge chamber full of holes like a castle for ants, and it has a mutualistic relationship with ants where ants live inside of this plant and die in there and use it as their bathroom and bring other nutrients and stuff like that into the plant, and it helps keep the plant fertilized, and in exchange the plant gives these ants a place to live. And so the relationship is mutualistic, not symbiotic. In a symbiotic relationship, the two parties are necessary. The ant-plant relationship is mutualistic, which is like a slightly less dependent version of a symbiotic relationship where the two things benefit mutually from living together and working together, but they don't absolutely need each other in order to survive. There are plenty of ants that exist without ant plants, and you can grow ant plants in your home without any ants, thankfully. So I do not intend on having any ants in here, even when it gets really mature. That would horrify me, and I would not want to have ants in my house. So thankfully, as long as you fertilize your plants and stuff, it should be able to live without ants. But yeah, this is so cute, and I'm really excited to have this. Such a cute little guy. Yes, what an interesting, weird group here. Myrmecodia, Apobalis, Micromolaria, ficus. This is a hoya. All right, here we have it. It's a little small. It's only got like two normal size leaves and one little baby leaf on it. This is a Hoya Idaho. It grows these very interesting looking pink flowers. So yeah, I'm excited to add this one to my Hoya collection. I've been like steadily just adding Hoyas in here and there, just because I found that they tend to be relatively risk-free purchases in my experience, because they can take all of the neglect that I sometimes subject my plants to, because I'm a big underwaterer and find that Hoyas tend to be able to take the underwatering and even surprisingly low light sometimes. Hoya Idaho. Yay, it's so cute. This is just a little 3-inch pot. And then let's do our philodendrons. Got one wish list one in there that I've been waiting for forever. Okay, this one I have like kind of low expectations for this plant, because I ordered a small variety of it and it's really cool when it gets big. But let's see. Oh, whoa, this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be in here. I like unfolded this cloth and it was like, bam, plant. Oh my gosh, this is so big. I thought this was going to be so small. Okay. Wow. Whoa, what? Do you see this? Wow. Okay. Okay. It's in such a tiny pot and it's so thirsty. This is totally my style. Okay, this is a philodendron, Camposportoanum, and it has these like tri-lobed leaves as it gets more mature, and I honestly thought that this was going to be a tiny baby plant that would just have regular shaped leaves, because one of the things about this plant is that it does not start to develop its mature leaf form until it gets a little bit more mature. And because I ordered a little like 3-inch pot of this, I thought that it was going to be a tiny baby plant and I was going to have to coax it into growing these big leaves, but it's already got them on here. That is so amazing. It's like a relatively inexpensive philodendron, and from what I've heard about this plant, it just grows like crazy. It does want to climb in order to maximize its leaf potential and to get as huge as it wants to be, but I have seen this is a very vigorous plant and will continue to grow its juvenile leaves happily even if you don't give it support. So I might let this one just kind of go crazy and wander around wherever I decide to put it. Yay, I'm really excited to add this one into the collection. I honestly thought that this was going to be the least exciting plant in my order. Maybe besides the spider plants, but like I really wanted the spider plant, so this was the plant that I was kind of like, I just added this one to the cart because I wanted to add another plant in. But I really love this, it's really cool. When it's juvenile, I've seen people compare this plant to the philodendron micans, which is a really interesting comparison because I feel like I don't see it at all here, but the leaves do have this kind of red undertone a little bit of a bronze in them, which is kind of similar to the micans. Wow, this is such an amazing haul. You can see better than I can from over there. Oh, wow. Wow, look at these leaves. This is amazing. Wow, this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Gorgeous. Look at how gorgeous this is. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. This is beautiful. Okay. Look at these giant leaves. Look at these big leaves. Okay, this is a Philodendron Summer Glory, which is a Philodendron gloriosum hybrid. Wow. I'm so impressed with this, I can't even talk. Okay, this is so beautiful. The leaves are so big, and as far as I know, I think this is meant to be a pretty easy care philodendron that grows in a little bit of a tighter, more clumping form. This is completely beautiful. It's got this red caterpillar and the backs of the leaves have this bronze color. And I think it's meant to get kind of like a red undertone when you give it bright light. So, wow. This is beautiful. The leaves are so nice and leathery and thick. This plant just like seems durable. Wow, and then this new leaf, look at the new leaf is bright orange. Do you see this? This is not a yellow leaf, this is the new leaf. It's amazing. Wow. Really glad I decided to order that one. Okay, the super wish list one, let's do it. Save the most expensive one for last. Which means the wishlist one wasn't even the most expensive. All my wishlist plants are from like the same era, shortly after the shutdown in 2020, because that's when I was like actually making wish lists. Nervous. I can't wait to see this plant. The number of times I almost spent so much money on one of these. Yay! Wow. Yes. Yay. Oh. Okay. I'm so excited to have one of these finally. This is a Philodendron billiettii. I think that's how you pronounce it, billiettii. I think people say billetii, but I think it's billiettii, or do the L's do the like French Spanish thing where it goes like billiettii? I don't know. It's got these orange stems and it grows in sort of a clumping way and gets really huge. The leaves get very long. Really wanted one back in the day, and so now I'm really excited to have this and can't believe that Gabriella Plants is selling them for such a reasonable price. So hooray! Now I have this one and I'm thrilled. Okay, and then one plant left to go. So this plant is one that I've been eyeing on the Gabriella Plants website, and I've just been really curious about it. So let's open it up, and it's way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. First of all, wow. This is huge. Ah! Okay, this is amazing. Look at how big this is. Holy philodendron hybrid, Batman. So this is a hybrid philodendron that Gabriella Plants has named Philodendron Trouble Tonight, and it is a cross between two different philodendrons that they pollinated and grew from seed themselves in their own greenhouses, which I think is really cool. So this is a cross between the Philodendron renoii and the Philodendron radiatum. So the renoii is like looks kind of like this, and then the Philodendron radiatum looks a little bit like the Philodendron hope, the Thematophyllum bipinnatophytum. So this is the most expensive plant that I bought in this order, and it's priced pretty high. I think this was like $50 or something, which is maybe a lot for a philodendron, but it's not a lot considering Gabriella Plants is the only place that you could buy this particular plant right now because they hybridized it. So I feel like it's really cool to own one of these. And one of the cool things about these hybrids that are grown from seed is that because they are seed grown and not clones, that introduces the possibility for there to be some genetic diversity and some variety between individuals that are grown from the same batch of seeds. Over time, it'll be interesting to see how this plant diversifies after more people buy it, because it's possible that one person's plant might look very different from someone else's plant. But yeah, these leaves are enormous. So I'm really curious to see what the potential is for this plant and how it's going to grow over time. So yeah, I'm so excited to have this one, the Philodendron Trouble Tonight. This is beautiful. It's only been like half an hour since I watered these two spider plants and they have already popped back. So they're looking amazing. That happened so quickly. I actually honestly didn't think that they were gonna perk up this fast, but they're so happy now. Hooray, they just needed a little drinky drink. Look at this insane haul. This is so many plants. I can't believe I just ordered 15 plants. 5 of them are all the same species, so I guess I'm kind of telling myself that they count as like one plant. Doing some mental gymnastics plant math. I've got some really special ones in here. This Malaria vietnamensis is so beautiful. I've noticed that I put these plants here and my eye keeps going back to this one. It catches the light like a reflector, the silver, but it's still fuzzy. So it's got this really interesting, very interesting visual element that I really, really like. And of course the world's cutest little ant plant. Wow, they're so cute. I've never seen them this small and I love it. Okay. I want to like eat it. I would love to hear from you on which of these plants are your favorite, or if you've been eyeing anything on Gabriella Plants, or what you ordered from them recently, especially if you placed an order after my last Gabriella Plants video. If you are going to order from Gabriella Plants, I would love it if you would use my discount code REALLYBIGPLANT, all one word, at the checkout for 15% off. Thank you so much to Gabriella Plants for growing all of these amazing plants and packaging them so beautifully. I'm really, really excited to be collaborating with them. By the way, I want to show you a little update. Look! Do you see this? This is my Monstera deliciosa Thai constellation that I ordered from Gabriella Plants in my last unboxing video. Look at how beautiful. This is the latest leaf. This is the leaf that came before it. And yeah, it's growing strong. So I love it. Love it, love it. By the way, it doesn't normally live back there on that shelf. It's too dark over there. I usually keep it right on this table here and it gets ambient light. Thank you so, so much for joining me for this video. It was so fun for me to make. I hope that you enjoyed watching it. I'm definitely going to be making a plant tour coming up soon. I have to. I've gotten so many new plants recently and my house is definitely looking greener, so I want to show you guys around. Thank you so, so much for watching. I hope that your plants are bringing you lots and lots of joy and that you're having a fantastic planty week, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.